Hello, and welcome to Picture This. I'm Melissa, and today we are going to explore different ways to create and play and learn using just our hands. There are lots of things that I can do with my hands. I can pick things up and hold them. I can feel if something is cold or hot. I can wiggle my fingers, or I can snap them together to keep a beat. I actually know a little rhyme that talks about lots of different things that my fingers can do. Why don't you follow along with me? I have 10 little fingers, and they all belong to me. I can make them do things. Would you like to see? I can shut them up tight or open them wide. I can put them all together or make them all hide. I can make them jump high. I can make them jump low. I can fold them up quietly and hold them just so. That was great. You know, there are lots of creative things that we can do with our hands. In fact, the Art Institute of Chicago has filled with artworks that people made with their hands. And today, we are going to look at one of my favorites. This artwork was made by the artist Bisa Butler. We will learn more about her in a moment, but first, let's look at this artwork together and see what we can see. Okay, so we are looking at a large, almost square-shaped artwork. In the very middle, I see a group of children standing together. The children are all looking straight forward. They seem to be looking right at us. How many children do you see? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What do you think these children are doing? Where are they going? The artist has given us some clues. This child is holding a piece of paper. It has some drawings on it, along with her name, Ruth, and the date, September 13th. Maybe these 7 children are friends from school, walking home after a busy day of learning and playing together. Another child is wearing a key around her neck. She might need this key to open the door once she gets home. If you could jump into this artwork, what would you say to these children? This artwork includes many patterns and colors. What catches your eye first? The children are wearing clothes that are brilliant and bold, decorated with different patterns. Can you recognize any shapes? I spy a shirt with red lines, some thick and some thin. I spy a pink dress with little yellow hearts and squares. I spy pants with green stars and pants with yellow flowers. What are you wearing today? What colors or patterns detail your clothes? The children are brightly colored from the tops of their heads all the way to the bottom of their shoes. Even their skin shows every color of the rainbow. I see red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, brown, black. What is your favorite color? Do you see it here in this artwork? When we look even closer at this artwork, we can see that this isn't a painting or a drawing. The artist was not mixing colors with paints or making marks with crayons or markers. Meet artist Bisa Butler. She made this artwork by cutting and layering and connecting many different pieces of fabric. Fabric is a cloth or other material made by weaving threads together. Fabrics are used for making things like clothes or towels or blankets. What do you see around you that is made out of fabric? What does it feel like? This fabric quilt is huge. It is over 6 feet tall. That's taller than a refrigerator. It took Bisa Butler 400 hours to make this artwork. She named it the Safety Patrol. Look at the boy in the very center of the Safety Patrol. Can you see his belt? This belt gives us a clue that the boy has a very special job. As a member of his school's Safety Patrol, he is responsible for protecting the other children around him. He is stretching his arms out wide in front of the other children, keeping them from crossing the street until it is safe. Try to stand like this boy. Plant your feet to the ground and stretch out your arms. How does it make you feel to stand like this? Do you feel strong or brave? What other things can you do with your arms and hands? I have a book that will give us a few more ideas. It is called Hands Up by Brianna J. McDaniel and illustrated by Shane W. Evans. Let's read it together. Hands Up by Brianna J. McDaniel and illustrated by Shane W. Evans. Greet the sun, bold and bright, tiny hands up. Peekaboo, hands up. Morning, baby, time to get dressed, hands up. Stretch high, almost there, hands up. Gotta get clean, reach for the sink, hands up. Come on, little one, dry your tears. Here, hold the bun, hands up. Ready for takeoff, hands up. Oh, please pick me, Miss B. Got my hands up. Adventure books live up top. Reach high, tippy toes, hands up. Graceful like Miss Misty, 5th position, hands up. Racing fast, wind whistling, hands up. Oh, it's all right, baby girl. I'll help, hands up. The music flows through us. Amazing grace. In praise and worship, hands up. On the court, fired up, jump ball, hands up. For the win, defense, hands up. On top of the world, trophy to the sky, hands up. We begin small, but we grow big. Together, we are mighty. High fives all around, hands up. As one, we say, hands up. The author and illustrator of this book have shown us many different things we can do with our hands. I especially loved this page where it says, we begin small, but we grow big. Together we are mighty. It really reminded me of the kids we were looking at earlier in the Safety Patrol. Individually, they might be small, but together they are mighty. They take care of one another. Now, Remember, the artist Bisa Butler used her hands to cut and connect tiny pieces of fabric together to create this quilt. After looking at all the brilliant details in the Safety Patrol, I was feeling inspired to create my own colorful collage. But instead of using fabric like Bisa Butler, I'm going to use some toys and little objects that I found around my house to create something new. I have here some colorful foam shapes, some pieces of ribbon, wood circles of different sizes, round tops from some applesauce pouches, small glass rocks, a couple of uncooked noodles, and a piece of an old cereal box that I cut up in different shapes. You can join me in making a collage too. Feel free to pause this video and find whatever material you would like to use. You could create fabric scraps from old clothes or towels, or cut different kinds of paper, construction paper, newspaper, old calendars, cereal boxes, anything that you have around. You could even create a collage from objects found in nature, like leaves or stones. I love seeing how all the objects I've chosen look together. There are lots of different colors and textures and sizes. I like to start picking pieces up at random and seeing what I can create. I might start by playing with just one material. If I take these cereal box pieces, they look different from one side to the other. I can place them all in a row and make a pattern. Or I can rearrange the pieces to make a new shape. 4 lines can become a square. Add 2 more lines on top, and it looks like a little house. I could also go on a color or a shape hunt. I spy with my little eye many round circles, some big and some small. Even a long piece of ribbon can be bent into a circle. As I start taking pieces away, a new idea might pop out. Like maybe these circles here. They kind of remind me of a pair of eyes. Add some other details. Maybe some noodles for curly hair. Or I could tie this ribbon into a bow. And I've got a face. While Bisa Butler sewed together fabric pieces to make her image of the children in the Safety Patrol, I've just laid my pieces down. You can make your collage a temporary one like mine. That way you can keep playing, moving, or rearranging pieces into something new. You could also use glue or tape to keep your collage in place. There's always something new to discover at the Art Institute of Chicago. Whether we're telling a playful story or exploring new ways to create, art has the magic to come alive and show us something new. Thank you for joining me as we explored all the amazing things our creative, curious, strong hands can do. I'll see you next time at the museum.